G'day everyone. Welcome to the Bendigo Footy podcast for the 2025 season of the Bendigo Football Netball League. Pre-season's done, practice matches are done, round one's coming up real quick. It looks like it's going to be a big season of football this year in the Bendigo League as well as the netball. A lot of teams have done a lot of work in the off season, picking up new players, returning players. We caught up during the week with Bendigo Football Netball League manager Tom King. This is going to be his first full season as manager. He did come in, I think it was around about July last year as the manager. So we caught up with him during the week on the phone. So we'll just take a listen to that now. Thanks for joining us, Tom.
That's all right, Brad. Thanks for having me.
No worries, mate. Only a couple of days before the start of the 2025 season of the Bendigo Football Netball League. All preparations are underway. Almost there, mate. Almost there.
Yeah, I'm keen to just see the first ball bounced and get into it because it's been a long preseason. Being my first one, just keen to get into a routine of the week to week, I think.
And you're starting off the season, an absolute blockbuster round one. You've got Sandhurst unveiling the flag against who I think is probably going to be the team to watch in Castlemaine. You've got Kangaroo Flat Gisborne, Golden Square, Eaglehawk, South Bendigo Shreffel. So they're big games for to start the season off.
Absolutely, they are. We're stoked with the round one fixture. I think there's blockbusters across the board, and it speaks to the depth of the league this year. Obviously, only having the 8 clubs isn't where we want to be as a league, but I think with that has created an extremely deep and competitive competition this year, I think.
Yeah, well, as we know, Maryborough have gone into recess for the 2025 season. Even in the netball, you've got the rematch of last year's grand final, Kangaroo Flat and Gisborne. I like, Good Friday. Every game's played on a Friday, so people can get out and about and actually enjoy Good Friday, watch a bit of football. The big one this year, Anzac Day, the standalone game between South Bendigo and Eaglehawk. That's going to be a blockbuster on a Friday night. Pretty happy with that.
Yeah, absolutely. Good Friday was a big one for us. We sort of put it out to the clubs that we wanted to play over Easter, and we're the only league in action in the Bendigo region for that weekend, and all the clubs resoundingly came back saying they wanted Good Friday and not the Saturday or Sunday. So we granted that wish, and it'll be great to have all 4 games on Good Friday, 2 in Bendigo, being the Eaglehawk v Kangaroo Flat, and then Strath v Sandhurst, and then 2 out of Bendigo with Gisborne and South Bendigo and Castlemaine and Golden Square. It should give us a good leg up leading into the season. And then Anzac Day as well is a standalone night match between South and Eaglehawk at the QEO. Once again, only show in town. So, we've done that with the hope that, we can really draw a good crowd for those matches.
So if that game goes really well, the South and Eaglehawk game, would that be kind of a standalone game from now on for them 2 clubs on Anzac Day?
It gets tricky with fixturing. Haven't really thought about 2026 fixture yet, but next year Anzac Day is going to be on a Saturday, so it's going to be hard for us to schedule a standalone match. We'll work through that when the time comes. And no doubt, if it goes well, South will request it, and then the league will just need to work through the ramifications of how it all works.
Yeah. And we've got the Interleague this year against the Victorian Amateurs here at the QEO this year, Sunday the 13th of July. So that's going to be big. We're going to the under-19s as well, having an Interleague game too.
Yeah, absolutely. Going to be a huge occasion for the BFNL against the BAFA seniors and under-19s, like you said. Last year we almost knocked them off. Only less than 2 goals in it. So we're quietly confident. Simon Rosa leading the senior team, and then Jason Stevens leading the under-19s team. Both coaches are really confident they're going to be able to put together very strong and competitive squads, and the league are fully supportive of that being standalone once again on Sunday, July 13, only show in town. Middle of school holidays, so hopefully the sun shines and the crowd comes out.
Yeah, well, Simon Rosa and his the extra coaches that he's got, Troy Coates, players like coaches like that, they should give it a good crack. And yeah, they did come back. They almost got him, didn't they? So Also got the
They
Indigenous.
did, and it's always hard with interleague with player unavailability close to the time. So, we felt that went really well, but there's obviously a few key players missing from that squad, and hopefully they're fit and healthy for this year, and they can pull on the blue and yellow and get out there for us.
Yeah, and because there's only 8 teams, you had to split the rounds in round 5 and round 14 over 2 weekends each.
Yeah, yes, spot on. I think, but once again, not ideal, but I think it really gives us, gives those clubs a chance to shine, being the only 2 matches on for that weekend. So everyone's got an opportunity to host one of those matches. So, we're really, really hopeful that they'll go well.
Yeah. And with Maryborough and Broadford hopefully coming in 2026, have they got a deadline or we're just going to play it by ear?
Working through that with their committee, they're affiliated with the BFNL, so they are a part of the BFNL for this year, but just staying in recess for the year.
Yep.
We're in constant communication with their executive and are across how they're tracking, and we're really hopeful that they're going to join in 2026 with a full complement of teams and really make their mark on the league immediately.
Nice. Well, as I was saying, like they've done all the clubs have done a fair bit over the pre-season. Like, as I said, like Castlemaine, South Bendigo, they've picked up a lot of players. Eagle Hawk picked up a few VFL players that might play a couple of games for them and that. And yeah, it actually looks like it's going to be a cracking season. Going to be hard for
Yeah, it
that
really
top
should
5
be.
spot.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's going to be on for young and old, both football and netball as well. I think obviously the top 3 in netball really dominate discussion, but clubs like South Eagle Hawk and Strath are really gaining on them, and we're confident that that both senior footy and A grade netball are going to be super competitive this year.
South in the netball, they've picked up Gab Richards, and you know what Gab Richards can do on a netball court and a basketball court as well. So yeah,
Absolutely.
it's going to be an absolute cracking season this year. But nah, thanks for joining us, mate. Yeah, all the
No,
best.
no worries at all, Brad.
All the best for the 2025 season. And yeah, we always remember, let's keep local football and netball alive. There you go. Thanks for that, Tom. Yeah, great insight to what the 2025 season is all about. As we said, Good Friday, every game's played on the Friday. They're going to be great games. Get down there, support your clubs. Public holiday, get some chocolate eggs into you, head down. Should be a real good game. Yeah, the following week with the Anzac Day game, South Bendigo versus Eagle Hawk, standalone game. Friday night down at the QEO. Be a great game. Get down there. Hopefully the league can structure something like that over the next couple of years to support Anzac Day as well. Make it a standalone game, a big structured game, so everyone can get down there and support it. As you can see, the Interleague's back. The yellow and gold Bendigo boys went down to Melbourne last year, almost got the chocolates down there. Now this year you've got the under-19 Interleague, then you've got the senior Interleague down at the QEO. It's going to be a great day. Get down there, support them. We need to see the best of the best playing in a game like this all the time. As you know, we spoke about, there is only 8 teams this year in the league. Maryborough have gone into recess, but Maryborough and Broadford look like coming back in 2026. When I was speaking to Tom, he was just saying, they're keeping in touch with them. They haven't got a set date. They are a part of the league no matter what. So hopefully in 2026 we can get back to 10 teams. I'd like to see the league go for a couple more teams, probably get up to 12 teams playing in the league. It should be a really good, real good if we can actually get 12 teams in. 10 will be good, but I'd like to see 12. My predictions for the top 5 for the football is Sandhurst, Strathfield Say, Gisborne, Castlemaine, South Bendigo. And for the netball, I'm going to go Kangaroo Flat, Sandhurst, Gisborne, Strathfield Say, and South Bendigo. Get down there every week, support your club, support your team. Let's make this a great season of football from the Bendigo Football Netball League. As I said, we've got Indigenous round 7. There is a split round in round 5 and in round 14, only because there's only 8 teams. So we've got 2 games on one weekend, 2 games on the next in round 5, and round 14, same again. So Get down there, support them. Let's make this a great season of football. And don't forget, we're on all socials: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Like, share, and subscribe to the page. As I said, let's make this a great season of football. And remember, let's keep local football and netball alive. I'll catch you in the next one.